By the end of this session, you will have understood how to use these two common hormones so that you create that working environment that you want to be in your company. Allow me start like this. In every company that is so visionary, once its aim is to increase the productivity, accountability is one of the essential things that we see. And as the accountability is too much on these employees, they their minds usually switch from the creative mindset to the secure mindset. This is where they are trying to make themselves secure because they are not sure if they are secure on the job. Even the results they get are to make them pass a certain standard of which they can be sure that they still have their job. And the danger there is that the productivity of your company, especially from these employees, has so dramatically lowered. Here are the two hormones that you're supposed to know of. You know Coke the drink. So from Coke the drink, we have the first two letters C and O. There are two hormones, the C and the O. C is cortisol and O is oxytocin. When we are having too much accountability on our workers, on our employees, however much they switch to the flight or fight state where they are trying to make themselves secure and protect themselves, the accountability is still needed. But then how do we make sure that as we are collecting these KPIs from them, we still have the working environment as positive as possible? This is how. Cortisol is the one in charge of the stress and fear moments. When there is too much stress, when there is too much anxiety, when too much pressure is going on, it is cortisol that is excreted. And what cortisol does, it makes the employees minimize how much they work and focus on making themselves safe. And two, the flight part, which is they look for ways, any possible ways of escaping from the company, which hurts you so much. And even beyond that, if they are trying to protect themselves, there is the accountability that you will never get from them. This is the little losses that were happening, and you come to realize them like 3 months after. And as you're planning even on firing them, which is not good, but obviously because of the working environment, you have no choice. So cortisol is excreted and it forces them into this nature. So what is your duty here to make sure that you beat the cortisol? What you have to do at the workplace is to inform them. You inform them and alert them that however much you are coming into this job at the start, when they have passed through the interview, however much you're coming through this job, we have too much accountability that takes place. And this accountability is not to fight your security at the job. No. This accountability is to make sure that you are online with the goal that we carry. And on top of that, this accountability helps us to know your weaknesses and double up, may give you the necessary training so that you are very well equipped and strong to be able to fight every season, whether it's a tough season or a bad season. We just want to make sure that you are online. And by just giving this person an overview, even this same communication in the weekly meetings you get with your team, if you would let them know of this, this honesty makes them aware of how actually you're trying to equip them and make them more valuable than them having a perception of you trying to fight them. I believe you understand what I'm saying. So once you create this, then the cortisol that was being produced now stops. And one of the challenges that you could have seen is that this cortisol, remember, it fights the oxytocin hormone production. And once it fights the oxytocin hormone production, what we have here is that we start seeing these employees careless. The kindness moves away because oxytocin is the hormone in charge of making sure that you care, you love on people, you are an open book to everyone, you share your experiences freely. Now you start seeing them being protective. And this is not what you want in your company. This is not what you want among your members, because it is going to hurt your business so much. It is going to hurt yourselves so much. I believe from now you have seen how to make sure that the cortisol production is low. Actually, it is dealt out with, and then the oxytocin hormone is eventually being produced among your team members. And in this way, by you understanding the biology behind, you can have the best results in your company, in your business. So, Elisa Tukasingura means my name, and I just wish you the best. If you have any business challenge, make sure you share it in the bio. There is a link that is available for you to share it, or the QR code that is going to pop up at the end of this video, or in the comment section. Just share in what your challenge is, and I'll be creating a video to solve your challenges as much as I can. Stay well, stay blessed. I love you so much. Take care.